Hi guys. Sorry for that little delay. I had assumed that my laptop was charging, whereas the charger was not working. As always, something comes, in between. So I had to plug in the charger. Okay, so here we go. Now, how many of you here procrastinate? How many of you delay things? I know we have very few viewers, so we are going to have a one-on-one conversation. How many of you think that yes, ma'am, I do delay? Hi guys, good evening. So let this be more of an interactive session. I think, yeah. So rather than, one way, me going on blasting things, man ki baat, no, it's not man ki baat, it's man ki baat. Okay. So, right? Okay. Why is Dwaj laughing around? Dwaj, because I took a dig at the man ki baat. Actually, I like. Okay. Right. So most of us, I understand by the silence in the comments, I do understand that most of us delay things. Okay. So I'll just tell you what happens when you delay from, yeah, me too. Even I delay. All right. Now I'll tell you some of the experiences that I have gone through so that you know that it's not good to delay. Okay. So I'll start with that. Then I'll go on how to avoid this delay and how to plan. All right. Okay. So this is generally okay. So this happened. This incident actually happened when I was doing my PG and I applied for one of the fellowship exams. I was supposed to send the application. All right. So I had sent the application. Actually, I had sent the application. Not really early, but quite early. I mean, not late, not late. So I had sent it. I mean, kind of on time. All right. So on time, I have sent it and I have started preparing for it, but still as always, my parents were not very happy that I had not sent it really early. Okay, because they are the ones, the moment some application is out, you're supposed to the typical disciplinary parents. Okay, so but I was in the hostel, so that was the biggest advantage or the disadvantage. Okay, so I had sent this application and I started preparing and I was studying the almost the whole night. I slept at 2 a.m. Okay, I slept at 2 a.m. But I think lucky for me because I was hardworking. I only think it was the hard work that turned lucky for me. So suddenly I laid down my cot, and I think at 2:15, 15 minutes, because I was mentally revising what I had read. Okay, so what happened was I suddenly had this brainwave. Hey, I scanned a copy of this application because the application form had 2 pages. So I removed that staple and I had scanned the second page for my own reference. Okay, for my own reference. And suddenly it struck. I had not taken that second page out of my printer scanner. All right, you understand? 2:15, and I had just 2 more days to go for the deadline of the exam, and we've already paid the amount, a big amount, for that exam, and only 2 more days, and it has to reach London. Okay, the form has to reach London, and at 2:15 a.m. Can you imagine my dil dadak? Okay, I was into total tachycardia, and I can't answer. See, the only thing now in my mind was my parents will ask, when are you writing the exam? Now I won't be able to write the exam, correct? So 2:15. So 2:15, I wake up and then I was searching on Google what is the next available, the courier service to London, which is going to send this this one sheet, the second sheet, within 2 days. I have only 2 days time from Delhi to London. Okay, so then I found out DHL, and of course, now I had another dilemma. I can't take leave. Morning, I can't take leave. I think I had a OT that day, OR that day, and as a second year resident, you just can't like that, just like that, take leave, no. So I called them up. All this is happening at 2:30 at night. So I called up the 24/7 customer care and I said, "Is there anybody who can come and pick up?" They said, "Yes, we do have a door pickup, but for the door pickup, somebody has to be there in the hostel, right? Because to the OR." So somehow I managed, and this fellow, next day he came in the mid morning. He collected that one sheet, my second sheet. Then I had to mail the office in London and tell them that I have forgotten my second sheet. So I'm sending the scanned version of the second sheet, and I'm also, I've sent it. I mean, all in the hope that things will work out. So when you have delayed something, see, if I had actually sent it very, very early, even if I had this brainwave, I would have had this brainwave quite early, not at the nick of the moment. You understand? But I never told my parents this. Probably only when they watch this video, they will probably know. That nobody ever knew. Okay, nobody ever knew until now. So this happened. All right. Now, but luckily, yeah, it was accepted and it reached quite on time. 2 hours before the deadline, it reached, and DHL also took that. Extra responsibility to call up and personally tell me, ma'am, your application has reached. I don't know. I was very lucky at that time. So the next time, after I think 6 months or something, I gave another exam. So this exam, I totally muddled up the date. I don't know what I had done. Totally messed up the date. I landed up in the venue the next day. Okay, but because the exam was supposed to be held on 2 days, 2 day exam. So I went the next day. But this time, what happened? I went really early because I said, now no more of this delay. I went really early. So as I was going, I realized that I'm going the next day. Can you imagine the next day? I've done so many goof ups like that. But thankfully for me, I went really early. So I could run up to everyone in every floor and ask them, so today is the second day, but I'm appearing for the first time. So what can be done? So things were coordinated, and they were really appreciative that I turned up early, and they had talked to the examiners and made sure that I would be accommodated on that day only. But the fallout was, I was sitting there for the exam till 10:30 at night. I went somewhere around 8 a.m. in the morning to take the exam, which started around, supposed to start around 10:30 or something. But because I had to give the other part also, so I stayed back till 10:30. So yes, I had to bear the brunt. But because had I delayed that day, I'm sure that exam, they would have never ever let me go. And that was also that the worst problem was that was in Chennai, and I had to go. I would have gone home empty-handed and faced the wrath of my parents. So you understand, small things at every stage. When you delay something, it will have its own repercussions. And maybe sometimes you are lucky. Like my first time, I was lucky. Second time, I was lucky because I was the early bird. Okay. Now, why do we delay? Now, why do we all delay? Now, have you ever delayed when you were in school? Probably not. Did you delay when you were in school? I think all this started only when you moved on to college, and when you finished your graduation, your MBBS, and when you totally went on to preparation, I think you're delaying. Now, the main reason for that is, see, when you were in school, most of us were in a very protected family atmosphere, no? Protected family atmosphere, so you could concentrate on your goals. You didn't have much of deviations. But now, as you move on, you are exposed to a lot of things. See, at that time, it was like blinkers. All that you wanted was, I have to clear NEET, I want to get into MBBS. So I'm just talking to medical students here. I'm assuming we are talking only to medical students here. So at that time, you had only one goal in life. You wanted to become a doctor. You didn't have any other distractions. Correct? So you had only one thing, and everything else was taken care of for you. Your parents took care of everything, so it was easier for you to concentrate on your goal. Now, as we age, that is going to change. Definitely going to change. Whether you accept it or not, it's going to change. Even when you're coming from home, or whether you're in a hostel, things, there are so many things at play which you have no control on. And you see new things, and you aspire for new things. You see new people around, and you're seeing new behavior. You want to be that, you want to be this. So there are so many distractions at every point. And once you finish your graduation, I think you have more responsibilities as well. As in, you have to take care of your loan that your parents have taken. So many distractions are there. So the mood changes set in. I hope you agree with what I'm saying. So when you were in school, we didn't even talk about this thing called mood. At least not you guys. Maybe the present generation, they are even more moody. But y'all who have passed out or into MBBS, I'm sure in your school level, you were not moody, right? So mood did not interfere with your studies, because primarily we are talking about studying here and your goals in terms of your next step in life, in your career. I'm not talking about anything else. Okay. So when you had so many when you have so many distractions, you feel like taking that path of aimlessness. See, when you are going to focus on your goal, definitely you will have some kind of pressure. Now, the best way to ease that pressure is not doing that work. Yes, when you do that work, definitely it's going to be painful, it's going to be highly pressurized. So, the best way out is just not do that work and while away. Correct? And the other thing, let me be very frank and blunt to you. We all think tomorrow is there. I can do this tomorrow. Now, who has guaranteed you that tomorrow? Tell me. Do you know that you're going to be alive tomorrow? Do I know that I'm going to be alive tomorrow? Yes, I've scheduled a program tomorrow, assuming that I'm going to be alive. Yes. But when I want to do something I have to do something today, but I'm just saying, okay, I will do it tomorrow. I'm point blank telling you that's arrogance. That's absolute arrogance, and that's absolute, what do I say? This kind of nose in the air attitude. अच्छा, कल मैं कर लूंगा. क्यों? आपको पता है कि कल होगा? Do you know that you're going to have a tomorrow? So when you think of it in that way, okay, I may not have that tomorrow, then definitely I'm going to do that today. When I do that today, ma'am, don't be negative. No, it's not being about negative, because most of us have this kind of attitude. Kal kar lunga. And every day it's that same kal kar lunga. Tomorrow I can do it. I'll take out the books and keep it, and I say, I can do it tomorrow. As if what, tomorrow we are going to get 48 hours? No, the same 24 hours. In fact, we're going to have 24 hours lesser in our life, or lesser towards that particular goal. Now, let's say we have 4 months for our exam. So when you say something tomorrow, yeah. So when you say something tomorrow, you've already lost out on 24 hours. Why? Just because you think God will give me. God will give me one more day. God is not going to give you one more day, whether you believe in God or not. I believe in God. So I say, God will give me one more day. No, God will not give you one more day. Right? So you have to be very, 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 very practical in this. So what if tomorrow I fall sick? I'm not able to achieve what I planned for today. So try your best to do today. But I'm not saying, don't take a break. No. So always you have to be reminded of your goals. Now, how will you be reminded of your goals? Only when you're in the track. When you move out of track, it's very difficult to remind yourself of your goal. Yes or no? Only when you are in the groove, you will be reminded of your goal. So once you're reminded of that goal, I'm sure that alarm in your brain, since there's no alarm outside. That's the problem for us. We all keep that alarm, think of that alarm outside as a timekeeper. No, the timekeeper is within your brain. It is ticking every second. Every second it's ticking. Now don't look at that hour needle. Don't even look at that minute needle. It's second by second. Second by second, you are losing out. That is marching ahead, but you are losing out on time. Yes. So always be on track. Even if you're enjoying a little bit, be reminded. So there should be something burning in your back, at the back of your mind. Okay, this is what my goal is. I've taken a little break so that I can freshen up and come back. So this is that path. What people say, fire in the belly, a lot of things. There are different ways of saying it. But what I'm saying is, that is like a time bomb. It should tick in your mind. Only then you will not procrastinate. Now, I cannot tell you anything. See, nobody can change you unless it comes from within. Yes. Now, if somebody comes and tells me, ma'am, do this video, do this video, do this video, will I do that video? No, unless I feel committed. Okay, children want it. I have to do it. Yes. Okay, I've committed something to the students. I want to do it. I have to do it. Yes. Only then I'll do it. Not just because somebody comes and tells me, ma'am, do it. No. You think I'm going to do that? No, nah. So always I'm telling you, please imagine there is one brain inside, and inside that brain, please put this alarm. Okay, please, the one that I put on this, the picture, the thumbnail for this video, I really was thinking of that, because that moment, when I woke up at 2 a.m. that night, it was literally like that buzzing, that buzzer inside my brain. Actually, one of my juniors asked, ma'am, what made you wake up? What gave you that brain? I have no clue. So that's what I'm saying. There's something burning inside you which is going to trigger that alarm. Yes. So always don't snooze that alarm. It's going to hit you. So when it hits you, just wake up. Even if you are sleepy, just wake up and start studying. Study for 5 minutes, study for 10 minutes, go back to sleep, even when you're feeling sleepy. Yes. So don't ever take it for granted that you have a tomorrow. You have 3 months to go. I have 4 months to go. Yes, you have 4 months to go. But only if you do what you're supposed to do today, you do it today. Okay, you have decided you want to take rest today, you take rest today. Complete. That's absolutely okay. But today you take a break and tomorrow you get back to studying with double the vigor. See, actually this is what my dad used to say when I was in school. He says, one day you're slogging down. I mean he was not a person who would accept this kind of break also. At least I am okay with the break, because with my kind of life that has happened over the years, I do agree that you need some break. But one day you take a break, you are lagging behind. You have fallen down in the ladder. And there are so many people who are working harder, so they would have gone up. And it's a competition, guys. You have to accept. See, at my stage, maybe it's not a competition. I just live a life. But at your stage, it is a competition and you have to accept it. Okay. Now, after all these years, I'm telling you, okay, guys, it's okay. No, it's not okay. For you, it's not okay. Right? So you have to do your daily work. So he actually used to tell me, Ratna, you're in a war. This is exactly what he used to tell me. And actually, when I was in school, he's like, don't look at your competition. Don't look at your competition. You should be better than what you were yesterday. Go forward. Okay. Now, those of you who are sitting at home and studying, or you're going to some library and studying, what is the difference? See, when you are in the midst of people, you can behave in two ways. Yes. So I'm just telling you, because I was a loner in studying. In everything, I was a loner. But when you're in a group, the problem with y'all is, I will tell you another thing. Okay. So there are two ways you react when you're in a group. One is negativity. Man, everybody is studying well. I'm not able to cope with that. That is giving you that negativity. It is bringing you down. And there's another thing nobody is thinking of. See, when you see everybody studying, you should pull up. That's a sign that should ring that alarm in your brain. That should set that alarm. Okay, I'm not to the mark. I have to pick up. I need to pick up. Right? Why are you always focusing on this? Focus on this. No. Look at everyone around. Everybody is studying. So that means you have to study. Everybody is performing well. So I'm not performing well. Good. Okay, you're not performing well. But take it up as a challenge. Look at everyone and improve. Yes. Now you'll ask, ma'am, how to improve? That's exactly what I've been talking in the previous two episodes. Mindfulness. Whatever you're doing, just concentrate on that. Now let's say I'm talking to you, and in between, I'm doing something here. Would you like it? Just a simple thing. Simple thing. I'm talking to you, and in between, I'm munching something. I'm used to doing that, but you won't like it, no? You'll be like, why doesn't she concentrate on us? She promised a program. Why is she concentrating on us? The same way you ask your book will cry. This fellow or this girl or boy promised to study, and look at what this boy is doing. Look at what this girl is doing. Looking at the phone, thinking of something. Of course, don't you think so? Don't you have to do justice to what you're doing? So for that, you have to concentrate in the moment. Don't worry about क्या होगा. क्या होगा किसी को भी नहीं पता. Who knew that there will be corona this year? Nobody knew, na. We were all planning a lot of things. Lot of things we had planned. Nothing had happened. So don't ever think about kya hoga. Jo hoga, wahi hoga. But your business is to do whatever you're doing well. Okay. So that's why I keep telling you, increase in smaller bouts. Now I'm not going to come and tell, okay, tomorrow I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. No, I can't wake up at 4 a.m. If I'm used to waking up at 6 a.m., just probably 5:45 or 5:30 is the maximum I can improve overnight. Yes. So take it in small steps and be consistent about it. Consistent goals. अरे तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम क्या है? एमसीआई डिसॉल्व हो गया कि नहीं हो गया? आपका काम पढ़ना है. Your work is only to study. My work is only to teach. Right? Now, if MCA dissolves, there's be something else will be coming up. That is not my problem. Is it going to affect my dinner? Is it going to affect my breakfast? Is it going to affect any of my books that are sitting here? Nothing, no. What I plan to read, I'm going to read. What I plan to eat, I'm going to eat. Look at that. MCA has dissolved. So क्या? मैं मर जाऊंगी क्या? नहीं, no. Or if because MCI, because there was a question like that, I'm talking about this suddenly irrelevantly. If MCI has dissolved, does it mean the whole medical syllabus has changed? Has medicine changed? No, na. Guys, so don't think of all these unnecessary things. Exactly what I'm telling you. Your job is to concentrate on whatever you're doing, whether you're reading it for the first time or you're reading it for the 100th time. You concentrate on your studying, make sure that it goes in there and that alarm stays alive. When will that alarm stay alive? Only when you know where you stand. You can't be in a delusion, okay, I'm the best. No, you're not the best. No, I'm not the best. Nobody is the best. We are always evolving, because even if I'm the best today, I may not be the best. If I compare myself of what I'm going to be tomorrow, that's not the best. I may be the best tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, better than what I am today or what you are today. Okay, so don't ever get into those kind of delusions. Just concentrate on the present, whatever is in your hand, whatever subject you have. Small subjects, big subjects, doesn't matter. Don't ever give this damn thought of small subjects or big subjects. Okay, it's a subject. That's all. Study. The more you read, the more you apply your mind and read. You have so many resources with you, na? So you apply. All that I'm asking you is, guys, just mindfulness. You just practice this. I'm telling you only from experience, because I was also one such person. It's not that I was mindful. People will say, okay, oh, she talks all these damn things, she's all that. No, I was not. And even today, I'm not all the time, not 24/7. I'm not mindful. Sometimes you don't even know what you're doing, either because of your practice, or okay, you're so used to doing some things that you just do it without applying your mind. Or sometimes you're so lost in thought with so many things happening around you. You're so lost in thought that you're not mindful. And especially earlier, I mean, you should ask my friends, you should ask my people around how I used to be. I still do remember one of my friends. She was absolutely irritated with me. She said, will you just stop talking about your past? Okay, so the good things, the bad things, I used to be reminiscing about everything. She says, when will you live your present for the future? It struck me very hard, and I was quite old at that time. She said, just stop talking about your past. I'm not interested in the past. You're just losing out your present moment talking about that. So actually, she made fun of me, saying, what will you talk about 10 years later? अभी तो तुम्हारा present है ही नहीं, तो 10 साल के बाद किस चीज के बारे में बात करोगी तुम? You understand? That is very true. So if I'm talking right now about 10 years ago, I'm not living today. So what will I talk 10 years henceforth? I will not have anything. I'll be talking about the same 20 years ago kahani. Do you understand? So you have to study. Now all these things about your GTs and all that, it'll automatically pick up if you are studying well now. And when you're giving that particular test, that is your golden moment. Whichever test, whether you're giving your subject-wise test or a class test or a grand test, whichever source. Okay, when you're doing that, be in the moment. What they have asked. Now don't think, "Acha, ye hi pucha hoga." That's a problem. ये ही पूछे होंगे, or this must be the answer. I know this answer. Oh, you don't know anything, Baba. You just read that question there, and you go with this kind of self doubt. Oh, will I remember all that I've studied? How do you know? You also don't know. I also don't know. Go and attend the test. No, read that question. Only then you'll know whether you actually remember. Why go into this kind of analysis? That gives a lot of chaos, guys. You understand? It gives a lot of chaos. Keep your mind calm. Don't ask unnecessary questions at all. See, the more unnecessary questions you ask, your mind is totally like a mess. I mean, it's just garbage in there. So garbage in, only garbage will come out. So jitna clean rakhoge, utna clean answers niklenge, and you will be, absolutely to the point. You will not beat about the bush. Nothing. Yes. So keep your mind voice calm. How will you keep your mind voice calm? Just by being in the moment. Just in the moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anything else? No, and why are you anxious, guys? See, you should have a minimal amount of stress. That stress that will push you, the stress that will keep ringing that alarm in your mind all the time. Just that much of stress. Pray to God, whichever God you believe in, pray to God. You don't believe in God? You're like pagans? Just believe in nature, pray to nature, that some higher spirit, higher power. That's all. You do that. I'm telling you, no, I'm telling you, I'm not a big preacher and all, but I just believe in this. You do your work. Definitely, when you're hardworking, luck will favor you. Just like luck favored me the first time when that second page was in the scanner. I'm telling you, where hard work will all luck will always favor the person who is doing hard work. You can't deny that fact. People who are doing hard work, who've been doing hard work, you will definitely vouch for that. I'm sure. Who's this putting question mark, question mark? What did you ask, Ray, that you're putting question mark, question mark? Okay. So see, again, when you say success you cannot define in one particular way. See, for somebody, success might be getting rank number one. At another, for that same person, success at a different point in time can just mean, you want to sleep peacefully, right? See, the same me. When I was in school, I I would always want to be the topper, nothing less than that. And you ask my dad wanted me to get the best scores also, because see, people might say scores does not matter. If I did not have that score, I would not be talking to you now, na. See, those people who say, ma'am, scores don't matter, there are, okay, maybe they have a backup, they have a buffering system. See, for us, the only investment for us was education. My parents were very clear about that. All that we are investing is in anything you ask for education, we're going to do it for you. So we knew our investment is only education. I don't have a business to fall back on. My parents are not business people. And my dad was very clear about that. You study, you get a seat, we're going to pay for it, but we're not going to pay a management seat. Nothing, right? So that fear was always there. You have to get the score. So at that point, even that point one did matter. But as we moved on, we realized, okay, at this point, that point one is not going to matter. At this point, if somebody asks me, ma'am, what is success to you? Arey Baba, after all this manipulation, after all this politics, I just want to sleep off when I just lie on bed. That for me is success today. So if I'm going to tell this to you, you'll be like, kya re? She is like this. See, because I moved on to a different stage, but I passed through all the stages of stress. Like I always keep telling you, I always feel this, dhadak wala feeling ki I can't even swallow anything. So you go through all that. It's normal, but don't give your mind that space for so much of thought. No space for all these unnecessary thoughts. Just chuck them away. It's in your hand. You can do it. Ma'am, how do I chuck it away? Take a book, start reading. Ma'am, I'm not able to. Take a book, start reading. Give 10 minutes, 10 minutes alarm rakho. Trust me, 10 minutes alarm rakho. 10 minutes you switch off your phone, or at least put that phone, okay? Hide it under a pillow. Sit 10 minutes. Are you able to sit 10 minutes with that book? I'm not asking you to read 10 pages. 10 minutes, even one paragraph, are you able to concentrate and read? Are you able to imbibe whatever that author has tried to tell you? What is written there? Are you able to visualize what is written there? Yes, 10 minutes you do till that alarm bajta hai. Jab tak that alarm is not going like that, don't touch that phone. Don't get up. Even if you're going to die, don't get up. 10 minutes, if you can do that, you'll feel that sense of empowerment. From within you'll feel, guys. I'm not exaggerating at all. You try this 10 minutes tamasha. I'm calling it 10-minute tamasha only. You do this 10-minute tamasha once. Today you do it. After this video you do it. You will feel yourself being liberated from all this chaos. The moment you feel you are liberated from this chaos, you feel that peace of mind within you. You will be tempted to repeat the 10 minutes. You'll be tempted to repeat the 10 minutes, trust me. So do that 10 minutes, take a 5 minutes break, just 5 minutes break, again put that 10-minute alarm, sit 6 times. You do it, 1 hour, you would have done it totally, completely. You would have immersed yourself in what you're reading. And after that, knowledge is power. They did not tell this just like that. Knowledge gives you that power. True knowledge, not this kind of mugged up knowledge or usurped knowledge or that fake knowledge. No, when you really have that knowledge, it gives you that power. And power is like any kind of power. Any kind of power is addicting. Whether it's not that you have to be the PM of India or you have to be the CM of India or the bureaucracy to experience that power. No, when you feel that power from within, I'm telling you, trust me, it's addictive. It's damn addictive. And it just gives you that endorphin levels high. You'll feel so happy and it'll give that rush. You'll want to repeat it, keep repeating it, and then slowly expand that 10 minutes to maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes slots. So that way you can do it. And don't worry about topper ka interview. I'm telling you, see, topper interview is good. It's good for motivation, but not all that they've said is true. It may not be. See, I have okay, let me put it point blank. Now I can't come and talk to you about all my failures when I'm trying to give you a push, right? I have to only talk about the positive things when I'm trying to give you a push. So I will try to, it's not an unbiased way of telling things. And we are human beings, we're not robots, we're not robots to study for, I mean, I can sit and study for 18 hours a day. 18 hours a day, if you sit and study, kab nahaoge, kab khaoge, kab piyoge, kab soge, right? So don't go into this, I want to do 16 hours a day, all that is faltu ki. Okay, if you're able to do 16 hours a day, you are god, I'm telling you. I mean, you are absolute god, right? So don't go into that kind, ma'am, I want to study 16 hours a day. Arey baba, I can't even study for 2 hours a day concentratedly. Why you think about 16 hours? 2 hours a day, you read you read with concentration and slowly pick it up, take it up from there. Okay, I think we've done too much. 30 minutes. Anything else? Hey, one day before the exam, definitely you will have some pressure, but that is why you have to be working from pele. Yes, from now, if you work, see, you have 4 months. Okay, let's say 3 plus odd months. October, November, December. Okay, 3 plus 3 odd months. Okay, so you have this much time. Now you read. Now you read so that the day before the exam, it's still easier. It's still manageable. Okay, somebody's typing such big, guys, it's all in the mind. Yeah, it's all in the mind. I'm telling you, it's all in the mind. Don't ever ask, ma'am, will I be able to? Will I? Why are you asking that question, ma'am? Is it possible? If okay, now if I say, it is possible? Okay, who is asking that question? It's possible. Is it possible? Now tell me one question. Let me ask you very. Am I God? You are asking me, or you asking anybody? Is it possible, sir? Is it possible, ma'am? And I tell you yes. So does that make me God? Do I have all the powers? Do I? Yes. No. Does it make me God? No. When I say yes, that means your mind is tuned to think it's possible. So it is the mind, your mind. The God is within your mind. Guys, do you understand? It's as simple as that. Don't go into any of these nonsensical illusions. Just because I said yes, it's yes. No, it's because when I say yes, because you trust me or whoever you're asking, and now your mind thinks, yes, it's possible. So it's ultimately your mind. Why don't you make yourself convince yourself? How many times you will ask me and how many times I will reply? Not possible, no? That is why some of you get disillusioned. We ask the faculties don't reply. Guys, you don't realize so many of you ask all the faculties, no? They also have their own work. They must be having their own family also. And okay, it gets missed out in replying. Yes. So then who is going to answer to you? Who is that God who is going to say yes to you? That it is possible. It's going to be your own mind. So that's why I'm telling you, it's all in your mind. Best time to wake up in the morning, it depends. If you ask my dad, it's always 4 a.m. Okay, it's always 4 a.m. See, he sleeps at 2 a.m. also, he will wake up at 4 a.m. So for him, the best time. For me is as long as I've got some enough rest and depends on my kind of work the next morning. So that's my best time. So if I feel I've had adequate rest, now that adequate rest is also subjective, because when I was in college, most of the times what I used to do is I used to sleep, I used to study till 4 a.m. because I was this night owl, and even today I'm a night owl. Study till 4 a.m., but I need that minimum sleep in the morning. I need to sleep at least half an hour before I get up and go. So even if I'm studying till 6:30 to 7, I need to have that little sleep, that little bit of sleep. Okay, so because that was my mind, and then I would catch up on the sleep on Sunday, which used to really infuriate my dad. So so that's what I'm saying. So that amount of sleep on my weekdays was very minimal. It used to be like half an hour, 4 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours. But on weekends, don't even ask. So you understand. So it's always very subjective to the circumstance. It evolves. It keeps evolving. See, that's what I told you. You feel so lost and old studying so much. See, everybody has to study, guys. See, there's one thing that you guys don't understand. You all feel that only medical students keep studying all their lives. No, if you have to excel in any field, they have to be updated. Whether they are reading something or they are learning they are attending some course or something, everybody has to read and update themselves of the latest changes if they have to excel in their field, or even if you have to survive in that particular field. So just get out of this delusion only medical students are studying so hard. No, everybody studies so hard, everybody works so hard to keep themselves updated. So I think once you get out of this illusion or delusion, whatever you call it, I think you're going to start feeling better. So once you feel better, you're going to absolutely do it well, no? क्या रे? Okay. So yeah, so you have to, anything else? Any other questions? I think I've talked too much. So again, that's what I'm saying. How do you delay that procrastination is once you develop a liking for what you're doing, being present in the moment, and always reminding yourself of the goal. If you forget your goal, then you stray, you feel lost. The moment you remind yourselves of your goal, now I can't remind you of your goal, no, you only have to remind yourselves of your goal. So tomorrow, if my EMI is going to be cut, I only have to remind myself, no. Of course, yeah, bank sends one SMS saying, okay, tomorrow we're going to process it, but that's my goal, no. On the first of a month, I should know, will I have money for 25th, right? I can't go and splurge and say, okay, and come on 21st and say, hey, Rabba, I don't have money. I can't say that, can I? Hey, Asad, what was your question, beta? Uh, you have retracted. Where is your question? Can you please type your question again, Asad? I don't want to feel bad. Sorry, make you feel bad. All your messages you have deleted. How do I know what you asked? Can you please type it again? So enough of Gyan for tonight. And will this keep you going for some more time? Next exam. See, next exam, it's going to be more clinically oriented. So you have to hear again. Are you typing it? Are you going to send me again? क्या जीटी के बता दो, क्या जीटी के बारे में क्या बता दो मैम, एक बार बस. ए बाबा, 19 subjects you have to read. Hey, let me put it in a different way. Ma'am, how do we handle this 19 subjects? See, you want to, let's say, you want to make something like a khichdi, right? You want to make a khichdi. Or like what we guys make in the south, we make something called an avial. Okay, avial. Or let's talk about, what you make on the day of Pongal. Okay, on the day of Pongal, there's so many things on the plates. There's so many things on the plate. Yes, you have a nice banana leaf, or if you talk about the Keralites, they have their Onam Sadhya. Do you know how many things are there on that banana leaf? So many things are there. Who makes it? How do they make it? You have to prepare so many things. You have to prepare so many different types of masalas, and you have to cut every vegetable in a different way. One using, there's a technique of slicing a vegetable. Tomato, you would dice it differently, whereas if you say carrot, you're going to julienne it differently. Yes, but we managed to do everything because we want, at the end of the day, we want great food. If you can do so much for food, that is not even going to stay for another day. Yes, we're going to gobble it all down. And even if you're going to make excess of it, it's going to go waste. If we do so much to cook and eat, why can't we do for something that we live for, which is going to be your identity? You are a doctor, you have an identity. Why don't you think of it like that? यार ये खाने के लिए इतना कुछ कर सकते हैं. Why can't we do this? Yeah, why can't we? Why can't you? Yeah, subjects will be lengthy only. What to do? See, it's in the mind. That's easy, ma'am. That's easy, ma'am. Why? It's in the mind. No. Ah. Okay. Thank you, Asad. Those guys from Pakistan who are following my lectures. Thank God and God bless you. That's my only message for you guys, and keep inspiring. 60, okay, yeah, 60 questions from ophthalmology in next. That means you have to give a thorough reading. You have to give a thorough reading. You can't say, okay, this is the hot topic, because now when it next comes, you can't say questions will come only from the hot topics that have been asked so far. So you will start getting questions from often rarely asked topics, or topics that you've never heard of. So you'll have new source of questions. That's the whole trick. So you'll start realizing how big Oftal is. Although the eye is only so small, you realize how big and how deep Oftal is. So that's about next as far as Oftal is concerned. And what I'm personally happy about is nobody's going to call my subject short subject anymore. Okay, guys, all right. Um, Okay, for those of you who are asking me, ma'am, where I am teaching these days, I am on Doc Tutorials app. Okay, DOC Tutorials, Doc Tutorials app. I'm there. And the QRP program, I made sure that, in the next 3 months for your NEET 2021, everything is there. Everything is there. Okay, so we made sure that everything is there. So don't again come and ask me saying, ma'am, where are you teaching these days? I'm teaching on Doc Tutorials app. Okay, so my videos are all available there. Okay, please. Let's stop that question once and for all. Yeah. Okay, Asad, you texted me on Insta also. I think I'm forgetting. Can you text me again, please? See, it is not volatile. That's what I'm saying. Nothing is volatile. You have to be in the moment. That is all. You have to observe. You have to observe what is going on. Okay, guys, बस यार अभी आई एम फीलिंग हंग्री 40 minutes हो गया बहुत हो गया okay so all the best everybody guys if you have any questions personal questions put it on my Facebook you can DM me on my Facebook page which is Dr. Rajarathna Ophthalmology or my personal Dr. Rajratna Tangavel, okay, FB or in Instagram, I'm as dr.dr.imentor. I keep answering your queries all the time, 24/7. Okay, so if you have any queries, you ask me there. Okay, so is there any other way that you can contact me? Oh, yes, guys, I don't like that Telegram, yeah, too much ho gaya. Okay, and yeah, WhatsApp. So many of you WhatsApp me, no? Okay, so you can WhatsApp me. I know. Yes, you can WhatsApp me anytime, right? As long as it's an academic doubt and it's something to do with your preparation, and if I can help you in any way to keep you positive and energized, always welcome, guys. Okay. So God bless you all. I always keep praying for everyone. Okay, because I believe in God, I believe in prayers, and I seriously request all of you to pray. See, I'm hiding my God because I don't want any religious thing blocking this. So pray to whatever God you believe in. Ask Him to give you that power to empower you from within because here is your God. He's sitting in there. So tell Him, so that you don't go and snooze that alarm. Okay, so it's right there in your brain where you can't even touch that snooze. All right. Okay, guys, God bless you. Hey, my WhatsApp number is floating everywhere. Yeah, come on. I don't want to say that on like what they say, like what Karan Johar says on national TV. I don't want to say that here. For the FMG special topics, okay, Kumaravel, yes. Hey, other I wanted to do, but I was held up with so many other things I was not able to do. This time we will do properly. Okay, so for your December exam, we are doing a good job for the FMGs as well. Okay, I promise. That's a promise. Okay, God bless you guys.